Hi everybody, I'm Kimberly Edwards from cookingwithkimberly.com, and tonight I'm going to show you guys a roasted chicken recipe. Now, whole roasted chicken, you know I love that. It's so easy in the oven, you can just throw it in and be done with it. But the preparation may take a little bit of time, especially if you're going to stuff it. Now tonight, we're going to stuff this bird. This is going to be like a dill and lemon flavored bird with some nice bacon highlights. You got me? Now my stuffing is this fantastic rye bread with mushrooms and dill and lemon as well. It's gonna be stellar. Make sure you check out the recipe for that as well, okay? So this is how we're starting. My chicken is ready to go. I am just gonna dab off the outside, make sure that it's dry so that that oil that I'm going to baste on top of it right now and is going to actually stick, because oil and water doesn't stick. We all know that. They don't mix at all. So we're going to just dry that off a bit, okay? Okay, make sure you wash your hands. Anytime you touch the chicken or the chicken touches something else, make sure you're washing your surfaces and disinfecting them, because they can carry salmonella and make you very, very sick. Not cool. All right, I'm going to preheat my oven. Now I'm going to heat my oven to a very high temperature. I'm going to heat it up to like 500 degrees. Got me? I know that sounds crazy, doesn't it? But it's only, actually, I'm not. I'm going to do it at 475. And there's a reason for it. I'm going to do it at 475 because of some of the spices I'm putting on the outside. I don't want them to burn like crazy. Now, if I'm just putting salt and pepper, etc., you're good with a 500 degree oven for like, you know, under 10 minutes. And that's what we're going to do. You want to try and brown up that skin nicely. And then you turn it down to make sure that everything cooks properly. So I'm going to turn up my oven right now, preheat it, because it's going to take a tiny bit to do that. Now, succumb yourself to the fact that you're going to have to use your hands with this, okay? Best tools on the planet, you're going to have to stuff this bird with your hands, because that's really the only best way to do it. If you use a spoon, I mean, you can do it, it's possible, but you're going to be so frustrated and mad that I didn't tell you to use your hands. Now, what you saw me do was cut off a string that this bird have. Now, sometimes chickens and other poultry come trussed, even, you know, some roasts, some beef roast, some pork roast as well. They come already trussed up, tied up with that string, cooking string. And you can keep it on there and you can roast it like that, no problem. Just make sure you cut it off before you eat it, right? But in this case, I'm not doing that because I want to stuff it, okay? Off goes the string. All right, now I'm going to stuff this after I baste it with this bacon fat. Now, bacon fat is just going everywhere. Okay, all over, every crevice you can find is bacon fat. What I did was I took the bacon fat out of my bowl that I save. Every day that I make bacon in the mornings or whenever, I save that bacon fat for just a time as this, when I want to impart some really great flavor, when I need something to be non-stick, whatever. And you just don't want to like wrap this sucker in bacon, right? Let's get a little bit of bacon flavor. Also, this helps that bird get a beautifully brown skin, and it just gets that little flavor of you're just not sure, but it's just so savory and delicious. You might not be able to put your finger on the fact that it's bacon fat, but it's delicious nonetheless. Okay, let's use this all up. And I'm also going to put some inside the cavity just for extra flavor. All right, we're good. Next, I already have my stuffing prepared. Now, I may have a little bit too much stuffing, and that's great. Now, if you're using your hands like I am, or anything that's going to go back in that bowl, anything you're going to use is going to do that. So let's all be real. You may not just heat that stuff. You need to actually roast that stuffing in the oven in another dish if you have extra. So if you can't fit it all inside this bird, make sure you put it in a separate dish. Put it in the oven. Make sure it's baked thoroughly, because you don't want to get sick from some accidental salmonella issue, right? All right. So if you want to, you can already season up this cavity, and you know, you can do that, but I didn't do that because I already have my hands all over it, so I'm not going to do it. That's okay, because right now this stuffing is already seasoned. Everything's in here: salt, pepper, some cayenne pepper, dill, fresh parsley. I have lemon juice in here. I have that marble rye bread, and I have some beautiful mushrooms that I reconstituted a little bit with some tea. Make sure you go check out the recipe, okay? All right, so I'm stuffing this as much as I possibly can because I want to get everything in here that I can. It's going to be extra flavor. Those mushrooms are going to be so lovely. And the chicken, the juices, the natural juices from the chicken are going to moisten up the bread, and it's going to taste so, so good. Okay, so now that's all nice and stuffed. Now what I have to do, I definitely have to season the outside of this chicken. Wash your hands. Okay, so I have a little bit left. I'm not so sad about that, but I will definitely put that in a tiny, tiny little baking dish and make sure that that gets baked off as well, okay? All right. Here we go. I'm going to also need the brush because I want to just quickly put some bacon fat on the, I put it away. Okay, so I'm gonna put some bacon fat also with a new brush on the bottom of the baking dish that I'm going to roast this chicken in. Because I want it to be tasty. Not only that, I want it to not stick, right? So make sure you just get it all around. Beautiful. It's not rocket science. You're good. Okay, let's get out our seasonings. I got a little bit of dill. I'm going to use salt and pepper. Where's my pepper? There it is. I'm also going to use a little bit of cayenne and a little bit of lemon zest. Got me? Cool. All right, so my hands are going to have to be used. So let's organize ourselves so that we can only use one hand and you're not contaminating any of your spices as you go, right? So usually use the hand that your writing hand, your hand that you use all the time, your good hand, and use that for the spices. Use your other hand to turn the bird, okay? So ready? Salt and pepper all over the whole entire thing. I need to refill my pepper shaker. All right, a little bit of cayenne pepper, just for a little bit of spice in our lives. Lovely. All right, we're gonna use a little bit of dill. Oh yeah. I also want some paprika. To use some paprika. I'm not touching anything. All right, a little bit of paprika. All right, I'm gonna turn that over. And I'm going to do the same thing on that side. Salt, pepper, the last thing I'm going to add is that lemon zest because I want to be a little bit more careful with it. A little bit of cayenne. That's a little bit. Here's a little more paprika. Lovely. Okay, a little bit of, whenever I do lemonade, I make lemonade all the time. We use lemons like crazy around here. And when I use lemons, I like to grate zest the lemons on the outside and keep the zest dried so that I can use it for different recipes such as this. So this is just a little dish of my zest that I have. And that's gonna go all over this chicken as well. It smells amazing already and it's not even cooking. Now my oven is almost there. It's at 445 and climbing. We're nearly there. Wash your hands as soon as you put this in the dish. After you put this in. I always roast my chickens breast side down, and I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, so we are at 475 degrees. I'm throwing this chicken in uncovered for the next probably 7 minutes. I'm gonna put the timer on for, and then I'm gonna look at it, make sure that it's not burning or anything crazy. Make sure you keep your eye on it. Some of these spices may tend to burn, such as the lemon zest and maybe the dill. The cayenne pepper, you know, the paprika and stuff, they're pretty good. They do very well under the high heat, okay? So into my oven it goes. Okay, now that's at 475 degrees for 8 minutes I did. I might even do it another minute or two, but then I'm going to put it right back down. I'm going to let this finish cooking at 350 degrees, okay? It's gonna take about 45 more minutes to finish, maybe an hour. This is kind of a bigger bird. So I'm happy with this. The dill smells fabulous. That's so savory. Can you see how beautiful this is so far? Of course, it's not completely brown and it's not cooked, but it's going to be fantastic. Now, once you put this back in the oven to roast for the 350 degrees, you're going to put a turkey, I call it a turkey triangle, but it's a poultry triangle. It's an aluminum foil triangle that you make so that it covers this. It doesn't have to be a triangle. It's just for a turkey usually because you have to fit over a giant bird. Just put a piece of tin foil loosely like a tent on top of this while it finishes roasting in the oven, right? Back in that oven. Check it periodically as well while you're cooking it. When you wander into the kitchen, periodically, and see if you want to baste it. If it has enough juices at the bottom, baste it, or add a little bit of more bacon fat, a little bit of butter or something, baste that over top of it. Make sure it's nice and delicious. 2 more minutes under my high temperature, and I'm putting it right back down. I don't need to show you that. You'll see me when this is nearly ready. All right, everybody? Okay, I lied. I'm showing you. It's a couple more minutes. It's a little bit more brown. It's better. I want it to be nice and crispy too. So now I'm going to grab some aluminum foil. I usually put the shiny side inside. I'm also going to spray it with a little bit of nonstick spray, or you can just baste it with a little bit of that bacon fat if you have it around, so that it doesn't stick. It has a tendency to stick to that chicken skin, and then you rip off that nice skin that you just achieved, right? So back in the oven, down to 350, 45 minutes. Come check it halfway and baste it. Now, I also use my convection oven if I feel like I want to speed things up a bit. Like say you're starving and dinner needs to be ready, everyone has things to do, lessons and etc. At nighttime, practice, sports practice, whatever with the kids. Sometimes you need to speed things up. Go ahead and put that up to 370 if you want to. Relax, it's okay. 370, 375. Put it on convection if you have that. It'll speed up the process just a little bit more. Okay. Okay, I'm going to take a quick look at my bird here. Now, this bird has been going for roughly an hour, okay? I want to get this skin even a little bit more browned up. You're going to see that even though it's covered up with this tent, it tends to brown up in a really nice way. That dill smells awesome. Now I'm going to take these drippings and I'm just going to baste it quickly, and then I'm going to throw it back in. This thing is done. Like the temperature, I don't even have to put my thermometer in, the meat thermometer. I just know it's done. If you're doing it the other way, where you have the back side down, like most people do, and you wiggle the leg and it's loose, it's done, okay? If you don't have a meat thermometer. Now, the stuffing is going to be lovely. I can hardly wait. It's just going to be delicious. Now, this is all nice and basted. I'm throwing it back in for, under the broiler, maybe 4 minutes. Keep your eye on it. Don't burn anything. Make sure you're keeping an eye on that chicken, especially if you can really smell it cooking and it's really savory. Here's my timer. Okay, that was 4 minutes under the broiler. And it's perfect. It couldn't be any more perfecter. Alright, I'm also serving these bacon-wrapped asparagus that I just finished broiling as well underneath the same broiler. All is well, all is ready. Now this is nice and browned up. My chicken is done. I'm actually going to let this sit. Let this sit for 5 more minutes, just so that the juices can, stay in the meat. If you cut it right now, all the juices are going to go because they're all angry and mad and explosive. Don't do that. Don't cut that skin yet. Wait just a little bit. Let the juices rest. Let that bird rest. It's going to help you. It's going to cool it down and keep those juices inside that meat. And that's what you want. You're going to have the most gorgeous, moist chicken breast. There's lots of drippings here, which is great. Make sure you save them because you can cook with them tomorrow. Make a fabulous rice or something fantastic, okay? So check this out. You're going to take the nice brown dark skin off the back of this bird, and that's going to stay nice and crispy, and that's why you did that. The breast side of the bird is my favorite part, so I like to have a moist meat, but I still like to have that crispy skin, and this is what allows you to do that. Now don't flip this over. Don't be tempted to flip this over into that juice because you're going to wreck it. Take that skin off the back first, then flip it and cut it. Got me? Anyway, I'm not going to cut it right now for you guys. I'm sorry. I wish I could taste it in front of you and everything. I might just, grab a little bite, but we're going to eat in a little bit. And now I'm ready. I'm just going to leave this sitting for a little bit. Okay, I shouldn't be doing this like I just gave you a lecture, but I'm going to take a tiny, tiny bit because I want to taste what this is going on. What's going on with this? Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Okay. That skin is crispy. That meat is fabulous. Oh man, I can't wait to eat the stuffing too. Anyhow, that's how you roast that bird. That's a beautiful bird. That's a spicy dill roasted bird. You'll see what the title is when you're watching it, I guess. All right, everybody, I hope you guys try that out. Try making that bird stuffed with that marble stuffing. marbled rye stuffing with dill, lemon. It has mushrooms in it. It has some nice bacon flavor in it. Come on, man. This is it on a stick. This is a fantastic weeknight dish that I threw in. I didn't have to worry about for about an hour. Got me? All's well and fine and dandy in my world. I can't wait to eat. My night is over. I'm making one more thing and I can relax. All right, everybody, I hope you guys check this out. Check me out on Twitter at Cooking with Kim, E with a capital E. I hope you like the fan pages, facebook.com/cookingwithkimberly. My shows are on youtube.com/cookingwithkimberly and ifood.tv/cookingwithkimberly. And my site is cookingwithkimberly.com. Come interact with me. Let me know what's going down in your culinary world. All right, everybody? Shout out to BAM Niagara Boxing Club. They are responsible for my fitness. Be champions in your kitchen and eat deliciously. Bye.
Tell me who you are. Tell me who you're looking at. You do this to yourself.